Alright, hello everybody. So, we're playing Kingmaker today. Alright, so I'm just gonna stick with the main story for now. Oh, difficulty. I like a story mode, so I'm looking at doing story. Does anyone have an opinion? Alright, I'm not seeing an opinion. Okay, I am not gonna create a champion from scratch. I think I'm gonna start with a fighter. Let's see how this does. Maybe as I can continue playing, I can try something else. Let's see.
I'll take care of it.
Okay then, we'll go with it. The stolen lands are dangerous. Investigate your surroundings, gather any clues as to what may await you, and prepare your party for the challenge.
Dory Swordlord, drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Swordlords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Okay, that was weird.
Greetings, everyone. I am Swordlord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Rostov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
I'm just gonna go through the questions.
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the other two questions.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Okay.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Sure.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson? Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Okay. How about I'm no hero, just a mercenary?
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Okay, I don't know about her.
Really? Well, alright. But I hope you change your mind. Alright. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Well, she is interesting. Let's see.
Help! Help!
What's going
The
on?
mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Okay. Combat.
Stand with me. We shall overcome.
Okay, let's see. Target. Fighting defensively. Shield bash. Okay.
Attack.
Alright. Woo. Let's see what we got then. Following her. Lindsay. Okay. Look! They're running! Get them! And what shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. He won't get away. Okay.
Strike as one.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamani's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Okay. +1 armor class bonus. Woo! More armor class. Okay. Okay. Lock from the other side. Oh, looting. You should loot. Loot the bodies! Okay. Alright.
Without a doubt.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Do not hold back.
Okay. When the game is paused. Okay?
Just die already!
Serves you right.
Okay. Cure light wounds, cure moderate wounds. Okay.
Our time has come.
No idea. Map, menu. Okay, there's the spell book. Okay. Alright. Select everybody. Let's go! only a little injured. I think this is my health bar right here. Oh, kitty cat! Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! Oh, you can't pet the cat.
I will guide us.
You should be able to pet all animals. Kitty! Okay, what's that? Okay. Whoop!
It's the end for you rats!
Looks like our barbarian.
Defeat is not an option. We shall overcome.
Okay. Let's see. Burning hands, magic missile. Oh, okay, there's this burning hands, acid splash, ray of frost. Okay, alright. So he's been using ray of frost, it looks like. Let's see. Ear piercing scream, cure light wounds, daze, inspire courage. Okay.
Attack!
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Okay, the barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tortugio, she swings her sword but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
And there she goes. Okay.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Okay. So it looks like that other way was locked. There they are, the assassins! This is your last chance to drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Oh! Okay. Their guy killed one of their own guys. Okay. That's startling. Okay. Passage is blocked. Can't make it through. Okay. Go this way. Okay. So can one of you unlock this? No? Okay.
Anything else?
Stand
You just
with me.
I think I'm gonna play most of this with the characters kind of on auto until I get, at least for a while, while I'm still trying to get used to the game, because I am not sure how to do feel like this is far more complicated than break the door to the armory and find some weapons.
Anything is possible.
Than actual Pathfinder,
Applause,
which
please.
I play. And I just feel like that's actually easier to understand than what I am currently looking at on this game. Press tab key to highlight all interactive objects in the vicinity. Okay. That is useful.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
The pale elf looks eerie in the semi-darkness, like a ghost given flesh.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Tertuccio's eyes Jathal suspiciously.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Well, that explains the looking like a ghost.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I
something.
said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. That's good to know. Okay. Let me grab her too.
How curious.
Yep, unpause. I'm going this way. I'm going this way first. Let's see. Okay. Trying to get used to moving the screen.
Applause, please.
Forwards.
I see something.
Okay. What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Mandia's cachet has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry up before... Stop! Someone's coming!
Any last wishes?
Oh,
Okay. I don't know which way to go.
We march ahead.
So I'll go this way first and see what's here. Horseshoe? I guess? Some odd treasure here. Okay. Woo! Am I supposed to get all the swords up or down? Anybody know? That one moves that one. Okay. Okay, that one moves itself. That moves those two. That moves those three. Up? No? All down? No? Any symbols that tell me what I'm supposed to do on it? Let's see. Here's some over here.
Without a doubt.
Okay, those move together and move the one on the end. Okay. I had them all up, including those two, so maybe I need to have them all down, including those two. Down. All down? Hey!
Speak.
Okay.
I stand ready.
I feel like that's the secret room. Is that not the secret room? Nope. Nope, there's the secret room. Okay. Wrong way! Well, that's definitely some stuff. Stuff. Okay, I can't scroll any higher. So that's the limit of the map. We're on the edge of the map. Magic missiles. Masterwork, nunchucks. Yep. That's everything. Probably could stash some of the random swords and stuff I have in my inventory. I think I've got to go out here. Okay.
We will prevail. Strike as one.
This is where I step in.
Strike!
Serves you right.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring.
Okay. Let's see.
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word.
Woo. Okay. It looks like my... Okay, here we go. I had to turn off Discord real quick. Let's see. Knowledgeable check passed. We've gotta go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
The tiefling salutes you and runs ahead nimbly. Help the wounded dwarf. Okay. There we go. Nope. He's dead. Oh, there we go. Collect all. Collect all.
Grotus,
There we go.
I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
A dwarf is lying on the ground, staring into the sky. He doesn't seem to have any severe wounds, but his trembling whisper is weak, as though he were at death's door. Pour one of the dwarf's healing potions in his mouth. This should help. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. You've barely got a scratch. Quit the axe, stand up and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest. I think I'm more of a diplomacy person. What do you guys think? Let's see. Objects over the course of dialogue, and for examples, trying to convince the character of something. The check will result in determine the way the dialogue develops. The character in the party with the highest bonus in the desired skill is usually used to determine the check. Okay. I'm going with diplomacy
Impossible. Oh.
The dwarf lifts his head and inspects his body
It seems you
carefully,
might be right.
and then tries to move his hands and feet.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Okay? Clerics and druids can convert their spells spontaneously. A cleric of a good alignment doesn't need to prepare healing spells. They can spend almost any prepared spell to cast a cure spell of the same level. Okay.
I will guide us.
Sure. Okay.
Our path leads on.
I think our leader's a drunkard. I keep seeing him drink things. Okay. Let's go!
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
The stout man's unshaved face is covered with scars. There's blood on his armor, but he doesn't even seem to notice his wounds, as he confidently gives orders to the guards.
Aha! Some of our guests arrived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Let's see. Who is
Keston,
he?
House Gares, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also get myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Okay, I guess we're running through the fire. Sure.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
The tiefling girl starts off and dashes through the fire. Alright.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Well, I guess we're catching up. Okay, here we go. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes. The decisions you make during this episode can have drastic impact on the development of the game's plot. As with dialogues, when you will need to make various skill checks during these episodes depending on the circumstances. Sometimes you will need to choose one of your party members to perform an action, and sometimes an action will automatically be performed with the highest skill bonus. Okay? And so our adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we expected. The whole team gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to a handful of brave souls led by Alicia, and not at all by that scoundrel Tushio, no matter what he may have imagined himself. Jamadi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, let's see, we can drench ourselves in buckets of water, try to find a less dangerous passage, cover our noses and mouths before we rush inside. I think buckets. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths and disappeared through the fire. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking our way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we had come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. Forward! Tally-ho! Alright, the hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Alicia led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tatushio did nothing useful at all. We'd make it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in a calm setting, I had been stunned by her beauty. But now, amidst the smoke and flames, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burnt but barely living guard in her arms. There are two more, she shouted as she passed by us. They are wounded. Help me pull them out. Tushio grumbled something about how Jamandai was waiting for us. Let's see if we can save the guards. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. Thank you. That was truly noble of you, she said. And now let us rush to Lady Aldore's aid. Ensuring the guards we rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing.
Together we stand. Forwards.
If your character is repeatedly missing the enemy, try toggling off the combat abilities like power attack or defensive fighting, or try using effects that grant bonuses to attack rolls. Woo! Reinforcements are already on the way. Say your prayers, scum. Okay.
You cannot stand against me.
Do not hold back.
Unworthy.
Okay. That was easier than I expected.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger. And that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
As Mandy catches her breath, she looks over the trash banquet hall and salutes the survivors.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
After a dramatic pause, Tatushio points a finger at me. That seems, interesting. Okay, let's go with knowledge
Probably,
check pass.
yes. But this evidence is circumstantial at best.
Okay.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
Okay.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Oh no.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air.
Okay. After you promised
My
you'll wait.
words might be rash.
The tiefling is obviously embarrassed.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Let's see. We have lawful neutral, forgive me for my trespass and my defense. We were in the middle of a battle and in dire need of weapons. Or chaotic neutral. We were in the middle of battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask permission. Strangely, I think I'm actually leaning towards the lawful, the forgive my trespass.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
Oh no. Haram doesn't like us.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Let's see. We have people were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by? Or neutral evil. I wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but the wounded could still help Keston defend the mansion. I think I'm leaning towards
Really,
good.
Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
Valerie bows respectfully to the Sword Lord.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Woo!
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Okay, so we lost.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Okay.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, at least not well enough, and I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
Okay, it looks like I'm getting disconnected from something. Do you guys hear me okay still?
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
I like the barbarian.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Let's see. Items received. Camping supplies and rations ×4 and signed scroll of raised dead.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution.
Yeah, the audio is what I'm seeing too. It's the audio of the game, I think, keeps going out. But it's not happening when I'm talking, so it's hard to know if my voice is going out too. I'm not sure.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimate, after that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
So I'm not sure what's causing that. When I take a break, I'll have to look at my settings and see if I can figure out why the audio keeps cutting out.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Woo! Return victorious! That'll be it for this YouTube video. If you want to see me play any of my games live, you can join me on my Twitch channel. I'll link that below in the description. Thank you, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!